Hello Dollar General friends. In this video, I'm going to show you all the places where I found 90% off stuff this week in Dollar General. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the haul of 90% off stuff that I did end up purchasing. You can see in this store, as soon as I walked in, I found a display of the marshmallows. They had a couple things up front, but nothing I felt like I had to take home with me, so the marshmallows was the only thing I grabbed. And then the next store I went in, they had a lot of the marshmallows. For some reason, I only found 2 different flavors. I did go into 8 different Dollar General stores on Tuesday, and every store only had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the cookies and cream marshmallows left. I did not end up finding any of the birthday cake flavored marshmallows and none of the s'mores flavored. So I'm guessing people must have really liked the s'mores and the birthday cake flavors, but honestly, the cookies and cream and Cinnamon Toast Crunch were the ones I was most excited about anyways, so that worked out for me. I emptied one display in the store and then found a second one, and as you can see, they still had it tagged that it was 50% off, so obviously people didn't know it was 90% off. I grabbed a few out of that display, but I left it so maybe someone else could come along and have some good luck. And when I turned the aisle to go to the holiday seasonal stuff, in the middle of the Halloween candy, they did have a small amount of random food left over from their summer display. And the one thing there that was 90% off was this box of tea. So I did luck out and get 5 boxes of tea in this store. I kind of wish some of those other things could have been summer food, but I guess it was just overstock that they've kind of left in their Halloween candy. They definitely need to clean up and reorganize a little bit better, but I was lucky I found something there that they didn't realize was on sale. This store, once again, I found their summer stuff left over next to the Halloween candy. That's just really one of the best places to look for this. Most stores kind of just squish it to the side and put the Halloween stuff out next to the summer food, so that's probably the best place to find this stuff if you're looking for it. And always make sure when you're looking for older discontinued stuff that you look up at the top shelf, because quite often they just squeeze some things up there to get them out of the way. And that's how I ended up finding more boxes of tea in this store, so I did luck out with that 2 stores in a row. The next 2 stores that I went in, the place where I found their 90% off stuff was the Last Chance food rack. Most stores have these, some of them don't, where they just have a black metal rack where they put the food that's been discontinued. Sometimes it's at the front of the store, sometimes it's at the back of the store. It's really funny. I walked in and walked right past that first rack, checked the whole store, found nothing, and when I was going to leave, I noticed that they had the rack at the front door full of popsicles. And then I almost left these Airhead snow cones behind. They were kind of camouflaged, but you can see through this footage, I saw lots of the big bags of popsicles, and I just left them behind because I don't need those. If I go back and find them at a penny, I'll grab them. This is my one penny item for the day. I will talk more about this at the end of the video. It was a very random find, not something I think anyone's going to find in their own stores. And then I loved when I walked in this store, they had an amazing display set up. They really made a good mix of fall and Halloween decorations with the skeleton eating his fall Thanksgiving meal. And this store, once again, had the Last Chance food rack at the front, full of popsicles, but that's not what I was wanting. And here's a place I didn't think to mention my other videos that you need to check in all of your stores. The regular Pringles and Lay's Stacks chip section. You might find some of the seasonal flavors mixed in because the stores just don't have anywhere to put it, so they go over there and mix it in, not thinking about the fact that if it doesn't sell, it'll get marked down. So definitely, if you didn't check that section in your store, you might want to go back in and check it, because that's where I ended up finally getting lucky with a few cans of chips. And then once again in this store, it reminds you, always look up. That's where they had all of their seasonal foods. They had put them in random grocery aisles and stuck them up on the sky shelves. I did end up reaching up there and getting most of the stuff that I wanted. Some of it was a little out of reach. And then I had to just show that a lot of stores I went in were putting out Christmas stuff already. I did not find that much Halloween stuff, and yet they're already putting Christmas stuff out everywhere. And there were a few things that I thought were actually worth grabbing at full price, so I did have to get them before they're gone. This store was another one that had things marked at the wrong price. It was marked at 70% off. But of course, I already knew it was 90% off, so I was able to grab a few things. And then the last store that I went in, I found one ketchup up front, but I went to the back and they had an entire end cap of popsicles. I kind of wish I wanted more popsicles because of the amount they had, but this is definitely where I got most of my slushies for the day. That whole top row was just full of cases. It almost seemed like they just put them out. I kind of wonder whether they had put them out at the beginning of summer or whether they just found them in the back and brought them out. But they had a whole end cap, which was very surprising. So, final tally, I ended up with 2 strawberry lemonades, 9 boxes of tea, 1 pickle ranch, 7 pickle ketchups, 5 potato chips, about 20 bags of the cinnamon toast marshmallows, and 15 of the cookies and cream. I did grab 4 of the Sunkist smoothie bars just because I've seen so many people in the Dollar General group saying that these taste really good. So I said I wouldn't grab popsicles, but I did grab a couple. And one of the things I said I was most excited about was trying to get a lot of these slushies, and I think I really accomplished my goal. I've got somewhere around 40 different slushies. I did spend $28 on this haul. I don't think that's too bad. A lot of snacks, a lot of drinks. I really wish I found more chips, but some stuff is better than no stuff. And I did want to talk about this one penny item that I found. I thought this was hilarious. I was walking down the aisle and I saw this box that said Monster High, and I know there have not been any Monster High toys at Dollar General in a few years, so I was like, this has to be old. I'm gonna scan it. And I flipped it over to scan it, and you can see right next to the barcode where it says F14. That means this toy was sent to Dollar General in 2014. This is 10 years old, and it has sat in Dollar General for 10 years waiting for someone to buy it. I'm guessing when they remodeled, they brought this out of the back and didn't even think to see if it was old, because it's in really great condition to have been sitting at the store for 10 years. But it was a penny. Very unexpected find, but I thought it was kind of hilarious. What's the odds that you walk in a store and find a toy from 10 years ago that's a penny? I was pretty excited about that. Overall, I'm pleased with my haul, and I'm hoping that maybe this food stuff will go to a penny next week, and then I'll go to some different towns and hit a lot more stores and hopefully get really lucky, at least with the potato chips. I feel like I kind of have enough of everything else, but I would love to find more chips and maybe some more lemonades. Let me know in the comments, guys, what kind of 90% off haul did you end up with this week? Did you find everything you were looking for? Or are you just waiting for it to all go to a penny? I'll definitely be back at it again next week. Have you ever found something 10 years old in your stores? I'd kind of like to know that too. I think that's kind of hilarious. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope it helps you find some items in your store and gives you some different places to look. And until next time, bye.